Revenge films.
My name is Chiemi. I'm 24 years old right now, and my boyfriend, who I've been dating for the last 2 years, finally proposed to me the other day. I am over the moon right now. I'm currently living with my mother and my younger brother, who's still in middle school. I'm working a full-time job, and I've been providing for my family for the past few years. But my fiancé, Masaki, has been very understanding of my situation. He said he would help out my family's finances as well, and that's part of the reason I accepted his proposal. The reason I'm still living with my family is because, well, I'll have to go back to when I was a kid to give you the full story. When I was a kid, I used to live with my parents and my grandparents on my father's side. But after my mom had my brother, my dad started to cheat on mom. He would go out to see his girlfriend every night, and he barely came back home. And when my mom confronted him about it and asked him to stop betraying her, her husband's father stepped in and told her this.
It's your fault that you're not good enough for my son. If you don't want him to cheat on you, then you should take your kids with you and leave.
And just like that, he started blaming my mom for my father's behavior. And my father was very unapologetic as well. I'm sure my mom wanted to file for divorce as quickly as possible, but she still needed her husband to provide for her and her kids. But then, the abuse got so bad at a certain point that my mother became sick. And that just meant that she was unable to take care of herself and her kids anymore. So she had to rely on her husband even more now. But I couldn't just let my mom endure the abuse like that. When I got into high school, I got a part-time job so I could save up money and move my family away from my dad. And after a while, I was able to save up enough money to get a small apartment in a nearby city. And that's how my mother, brother, and I were able to escape my abusive father. But my mom was still technically married to my dad. And even though she asked for a divorce many times, he and his parents refused. So for the time being, we were stuck in this small apartment with nowhere else to go. And after a while, my mom started to get better. Her health continued to improve, and she eventually got a part-time job as a cashier at a nearby supermarket. I also kept on working hard so I could pay for my brother's education. And that's part of the reason why I chose to work full-time after graduating high school instead of going to college. I immediately started working at a telecommunications company, and that was where I met my fiancé. He was a kind and caring man, and it didn't take long for us to start liking each other. And now, we're getting married! And just the other day, I invited him over to my place so he could meet my family and get to know them.
Would you please let me marry your daughter?
Of course. I've heard all about you from Chiemi, and you sound like a good man. Please, take good care of her.
Yes, of course. I'll do my best to make her happy.
But that was when we all heard someone knocking on the front door. I wonder who it is.
Who could it be? Let me go answer it really quick.
But a few seconds later, my mother let out a huge scream. My fiancé and I both jumped out of our seats and rushed over to the entrance to see what was going on. But that was when we saw a young blonde woman holding my mother by her shirt. My fiancé, brother, and I all tried to step in to make her let go of our mother, but she was very strong. It took us a while to get her off of my mom.
What the hell is your problem? Why can't you just get a divorce with your husband, huh? I've been waiting for you guys to split up for months now.
Wait, who the hell are you?
I'm your husband's girlfriend. I've been seeing him for a good while now.
Ugh, so you're having an affair with my dad?
I'd prefer it if you didn't put it like that. Again, I'm his girlfriend, and I'm also the only woman in the world that he loves. He wants a divorce with you, so why can't you just give him what he wants? Stop clinging on to him, for crying out loud.
Turns out that this blonde girl is one of my father's mistresses. I guess my father told her that my mom's been refusing to get a divorce with him, which isn't even true. And so, I called my father for the first time in a good while and asked him to come down so he could sort the situation out. And when he arrived, the woman started freaking out even more.
What the hell are you yelling about? I could hear your voice from all the way down the street.
Make her get a divorce with you right now.
All right, just calm down first, okay? Why the hell are you here anyway?
We can't get married because a stupid bitch won't get a divorce with you, right? So you can just abandon this whore and her stupid kids right now. Come on, make her sign those divorce documents.
His parents were the ones that stopped us from getting a divorce. I've always wanted to get a divorce with him, but they won't let me. You're being tricked by him.
What the hell did you just say to me?
I can't believe you lied to our faces like that. Have some shame.
What?
Yeah, stop lying, you bitch. Aren't you embarrassed of yourself?
I was tired of these people walking all over my mom, so I decided to step in. How old are you anyway? You look like you're around my age. I can't believe the only man that'll give you any attention is this 50-something-year-old guy who's already married and has kids. That's so sad.
What the hell is your problem?
Well, you're not attractive, you don't have any common sense, and to top it all off, you're super rude. No wonder no one likes you. I guess it means you're perfect for my father then. If I was you, I'd never fall for a guy like my father. He's as old as a dinosaur, but he still lives with his parents. How embarrassing is that?
Shut up!
The woman started yelling and stomping, so my brother grabbed her arm and told her to get a hold of herself. But that's when she fell silent and started staring at my brother's face. What the hell is she thinking? She's creeping me out right now. And afterwards, the police arrived and the woman was taken away. Hopefully, she never comes back here again. My mother decided to hire a lawyer and take both her husband and his girlfriend to court. She's filing for divorce and is also going to make them compensate her for the emotional trauma they caused her. My mother had actually been preparing this for months now. She had all the evidence she needed to prove that her husband was cheating on her, and I decided to help out with the lawsuit as well. And finally, after a long and tiring few months, the trial finally concluded. My mom was able to get a divorce with her husband, and she managed to win some money from him and his girlfriend as well. But that was around when I received this call from my brother while I was coming home from work. Hello?
Sis, you have to help me.
What's going on? Are you okay, Takumi? I heard my brother screaming, and the call ended there. Masaki, can you hear me? I think Takumi is in trouble. Can you come and help?
Yeah, I'll head there right now.
My brother sent me his location a couple of minutes after that, so I got in my car and drove to that address. And when we arrived, we were in an open field right by a small river. There was a car parked a couple 100 feet from where we were. We decided to hide in the bushes so the people in the car couldn't see us. But when we looked closely, we saw that my brother and my father's girlfriend were sitting in the car together. Wait, why the hell is she with my brother?
Shh, let's try to get closer and try not to make any sounds.
And so, little by little, we inched up closer to the car. A few minutes later, we arrived at the car. We immediately opened the side door to let my brother out. Once the woman realized what was going on, she started freaking out.
What the hell is wrong with you guys? Why are you guys always getting in my way? Young men find me attractive too, you know.
What are you thinking? Young men? My brother is still a middle school student. You must be crazy or something.
Shut up and give me back your brother.
That's when she started rushing towards us, so we ran away from her and called the cops. And when the cops got here, the woman was arrested again. According to my brother, the woman had been waiting for him outside his school, and once he walked out to go home, she dragged him into the car. She told him that she wouldn't let him go if he didn't date her, and that's when he got scared and called me. But now, the woman is in jail for attempting to kidnap my brother. Thank God we don't have to worry about running into her anymore. And because we got her before she did anything to my brother, he was able to move on from what happened relatively quickly. But I cannot believe that that woman tried to kidnap my brother to prove a point. She belongs in an asylum, if you ask me. And after she got out of jail, she started messing with my father and his family to get back at him for ruining her life. When she drew the words cheater and manipulator in his walls, everyone in the neighborhood found out that my father had been cheating on Mom. He became the talk of the town for a good while. But the bullying didn't stop there. She stood outside his house every day and complained about her ex-boyfriend over the microphone, and the cops were called on her many times. The neighbors were getting sick and tired of both the woman and my father. Even though my father tried to stop her from coming near his house, nothing he did worked. In fact, Her behavior started getting worse, and because of her, him and his family are all stuck inside the house, too afraid to go outside. By the way, I ended up marrying my fiance a couple of months later, and we're now living in an apartment building together. My mother's condition continued to improve after the divorce, and because she was able to receive compensation for the divorce from both my father and his girlfriend, her financial situation improved significantly as well. Hopefully, things remain peaceful like this, and our family can keep on supporting each other.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.